ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Fernando Bunch, 8-0 professional boxer, 4 knockouts, all in the first round. Yes, Fernando, thanks for coming on the show. How's it been, man? It's been a long time since we caught up. I'd like to talk to you. What's going on?
Man, it's been great, bro. It's definitely been great. I'm sorry, Mr. Shane, but it's definitely been great, bro. I've been working very hard. Last time we worked together was back on January 30th, 2016.
Yes.
We in 2018 about to hit 19.
Yes.
So just like you said, 8-0, 4 knockouts. And man, we continue rolling.
So what Fernando's talking about, 2 years ago, we kind of started out on his professional journey together. I remember I was helping him with his nutrition, teaching him some ways that I used to cut weight, and ended up cornering him for his first bout. He went 1-0, yeah. So I was there for him for his pro debut. Then we turned around right after that, and he had his home debut in Augusta, Georgia. I happened to start ring announcing, and I was his home ring announcer debuted. Yeah. And now we're doing our first live interview together, and it's just nothing but up for here for both of us as I see it. So I know you got something coming up, potentially maybe in Las Vegas here in the next couple months. Tell me about that.
Yes. Well, since me and you work, I still definitely show love, man. I appreciate absolutely everything from my original coach, my home coach, Marciano Diaz. However, we just added a powerhouse to my team, the Team Bunch, which is Roy Jones Jr., who's also my coach.
Working with the GOAT.
Absolutely, man. So it's big because now what happens is where we have actually a couple of options of promoters cards that we're working on, where Roy straight up told me that that you got a full schedule year 2019, so make sure you're 100% ready 365 days out of the year.
Right.
So yes, as far as with his promotion, that's based out of Vegas.
Right. So yeah, I've noticed on your social media you've been going to Pensacola, Florida. Right. You've been down there working with Roy Jones. Yeah. Now, I've seen he had you out there chasing chickens.
Yes.
Tell me about the chasing chickens experience, and is it really as hard as it looks? Because it looks like it's really hard, to catch chickens.
Yo, yes indeed. I literally was just watching a movie the other day, and she just picked up the chicken out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, that wasn't real.
That's not real?
That was not real at all. I think it was Mudbound.
Okay.
With Mary J. Blige.
Okay, yeah.
So it is hard. It's hard because the chickens are not playing. They don't want you to catch them.
Right.
But the good thing about it is that it really does work your agility, because they're going this way, then they turn that way, then they turn this way, in which we're a whole lot bigger than them, so we have a whole body to turn.
Yeah.
In which you have to be light on your feet, and so in which also it works with your cardio, because you can't let a chicken outlast you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So you got to stay chasing him until he tires out.
Right.
And after Roy had me get about 3 or 4 right before practice, about that 4th chicken, I'm burnt.
You're burnt.
Yeah.
Is there anything else interesting working with one of the greatest of all time? He's arguably one of the greatest of all time, Roy Jones. Is anything else interesting working with him? You picked up anything you got out of his toolbox that you're gonna implement now?
Absolutely. It's so much. It's crazy because Roy is not only a student of the game, but he really loves the sport of boxing. Right. So when you get somebody like that, and then someone like me who wants to get to where he's experienced, I can sit there and I can sit with you and talk to you about boxing all day long, in which he's not opposed to that at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where he always answers all your questions, as well as, for example, watching watching Roy, as far as on on YouTube, point period. Watching Roy on YouTube, you'll be amazed looking at some of the things he did back in the day. Right. However, this man literally remembers every single step, every single thought, everything that he was doing in the midst of him knocking these guys out. Right. And it's so funny because we'll be in practice and he'll give us an example of what he's telling us to do and when he did it. So then we'll go back to the apartment, we'll watch it, come back, he's right there in the flesh. And it's so crazy because then you can talk to him about something that he actually did. Right. So
that must be an awesome experience.
It's crazy, bro.
So now you're 8-0.
Yeah.
4 of those knockouts in the first round.
Yes, sir.
What do you see next? What is the ultimate goal? What can we expect? What are the people going to see from Fernando in 2019?
In 2019, what people should expect is an actual schedule. Me being activity, I should say, because. As far as fights, unfortunately, I wasn't active this year as far as getting the fight. But I made a lot of changes and a lot of updates that I can show for. In the midst of 2018. So 2019, we're putting it into effect. As far as being more active, a lot of people are going to see a difference as far as when I actually fight. In which I'm so happy because I already know what to expect, where a lot of people really don't.
Right.
So it's just like I'm excited.
Now, I heard through the grapevine that you're going to be headlining a show here in Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just hoping that I'm the ring announcer for this event because I would love to announce you one more time. But I heard you're going to be headlining the show in Augusta in March, correct?
Yes,
gonna be
sir.
March?
The approximate date that we're looking at is March the 9th.
March 9th.
March the 9th.
Save that date, folks.
So save that date. I'm extremely excited because, yes, this is going to be my first headliner at home, and which, of course, I'm bringing Roy Jones Jr. to Augusta, Georgia from Bodyhead Island. So I'm excited. My man Joppa the Great made a phenomenal song for us, so I'm trying to work something out where we can actually have a performance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Man, just know, Fernando Bunch, Team Bunch, LTD, we're coming to bring the show.
Wow, I'm looking forward to 2019. It's going to be extremely exciting.
Yes, sir.
We're wrapping up this year. You've worked with Roy Jones all year. You've increased your skill set level. You made some adjustments in your camp.
Yes.
These are all great things. And I see you got some sponsors.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
this is the opportunity to thank your sponsors and let them know, that you appreciate them, and tell the people who your sponsors are.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, as far as my sponsors, because I am new to this, please bear with me. But I definitely want to make sure I acknowledge and show the much greatest love and appreciation to my first sponsor, who is Infinity of Augusta. They have definitely been helping Team Bunch get through this career, this endeavor. So much is crazy, where I take my hat off to them and put this hat on for them. And which also, when it comes to my nutrition and keeping me ready, yes, the very first person who was actually making meals for me weeks at a time, getting ready to prepare for my fights, was my man Shuga Shane, and which I'll never forget that, and I truly appreciate it. Where like this is not just no platonic friendship. We done had fights too, so
right.
That's how you know it's real. So I really appreciate.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt.
I never forget that because I never had it since. You
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
no doubt, no
so
doubt.
I'm 100% grateful for that. Also, man, living water, it's real living water. They've definitely been helping me out big time. And which is like, I would say on the low, but they're keeping the machine running.
Right.
So they're actually on the top. You know what I mean?
Water is very important.
Very much so, especially when you're an athlete that's completing. I mean, that's always depleting energy and depleting extra waste out your body and things like that. You got to put those electrolytes and those necessary things in your body.
Exactly.
As far as any other sponsors, we're definitely open for more.
Right. So sponsors, if you're out there looking for somebody to sponsor, this is a hard-working gentleman. He's working with Roy Jones down in Pensacola, Florida. Yes. He's got a big schedule ahead of him next year. 2019 is going to be a big year. So if you're looking for somebody to, brand your format, to put your brand on, look no further than Fernando Bunch. Yes, Fernando, I appreciate you coming on the show today, man. It was awesome having you on here. Once again, we've done another first. This is our first interview together.
Yes,
man, so I got a feeling one day it's going to be our first time on Showtime together, and that's going to be exciting. But until then, stay tuned to the Shuga Show. I got plenty of more interviews coming for you 2019. It's going to be a dope year. Thanks to Clout for helping me out as always. And always, thanks Ball Wash. And always live balls out. Peace.